Hey guys, Suzanne Light. I'm really trying to find a place in my house that I can set my tripod up and leave it so that when I want to teach that I can just come in here and sit down. This is not the place because my tripod's, my bed's right over there. I like this little bookcase. It's got a lot of my Bibles, notebooks and stuff in it. But I just want a place that I can kind of come sit down. I'm not worried about it looking different every time or whatever. I just needed to talk to y'all today. I hate to say that I fell down a rabbit hole this weekend because that sounds very insensitive to what I'm going to talk to you about. But it's summertime in Alabama and I'm still sweating with air conditioning on. I have just been disturbed this weekend, and first of all, it's been a weird weekend because John was sick. I've been married to him 21 years, and this is probably the second or maybe third time he's been sick, but he had some kind of really bad viral, something hit him, diarrhea, horrible headache, and then stomach spasms, which as of yesterday all he had was really the spasms, but of course he went on to work today and still having them today. So we've been in the house all weekend, which is very odd, very unusual for us. And I guess it's given me a little bit more time to go down that rabbit hole that I went down. But, and when I say that just as an expression, as of something that I've kind of been consumed with this weekend. I was watching Beth Graves' video, maybe Thursday, something like that, Wednesday or Thursday. And she was talking about an Andrea Mills. And she was saying, guys, she passed away. And so it piqued my curiosity. She was just saying, I cannot believe she passed away. I cannot believe it. So she said Andrea and Bob, I think Andrea and Tom, or Andrea and Bob, I don't remember. I asked her who she was talking about, and she said Andrea Mills. She said she's the most precious woman in the world, Suzanne, and she said she passed away suddenly. So of course, out of curiosity, I go over there and look, and I can see where there are some updates, but I go back to what I consider their last few normal videos. And I just have to tell you that my heart is broken. Beautiful. And when I say beautiful, I'm not talking about the way this world says beautiful, because there's probably people that would say, well, she was so plain and just, you know, beautiful in the sense of the word, that everything that she did was for love for her children. They have 9 children, and they had not disclosed to the YouTube community, but she actually was pregnant with her 10th baby. And just about a month or a month and a half ago, she had her 41st birthday. And she had not been feeling good for a while with stomach issues. But you just go back and you see how she homeschooled. I didn't make any notes, so I'm going to be floundering here. She homeschooled their 9 children with the greatest patience that I have ever seen. I'm going to get emotional over a person that I don't know. Their YouTube channel has been very, very successful, and it's not monetized. They wanted people to see what homeschooling, the way they did things, they just wanted to be an example to this world. They have truly been an example to me through all of this. I've watched some of the birthday parties that she did for her children. Not all the store-bought junk that people will go, and the bouncy houses and all this, but a theme for every birthday party. Homemade gifts and store-bought stuff too, but such love was put into every birthday party. And then she had a video called What I'm Giving for Christmas for 2018. Each child had a theme. It wasn't like going to Walmart and saying you get 4 gifts each and picking up all these junk toys that we buy nowadays. It was theme related. One was, I believe it was Eden. I think Eden's 9 or 10. She was all into essential oils and growing herbs like her mother. And they viewed the burial. They add the burial the other day, and I watched this child knowing that it was probably hitting her some of the hardest. The younger girls didn't really understand what was going on. But she had bought this black, shiny, almost looked like a toolbox, but it was very, very ornate, very pretty, black, shiny. She had filled that box full of everything to grow all kind of herbs, to make essential oils. The containers, I just can't even tell you the love that went into that. One child, she had all kind of drawing markers and colored pencils and all this stuff because he was artistic. I was trying to think, Thomas is their oldest one. I think he's 17 or 18, and I was trying to think she did something really special for him. I've watched so many. Then the younger girls, and each child has a color that represented their organization. Everything that was evolved around that child was a color. One had red, one had yellow, one had orange. You just have to watch them to understand. It's not the way that most people want to live, but it was such a love-filled house. The little girls at Christmas, with their color, with their particular color, she had made homemade tutus and angel wings, little wings to put on for costumes. I'm just telling you, it's amazing. She homeschooled. This is a 2-bedroom house. They have made a bedroom in the bottom. They even handmade bunk beds for the boys, and she sewed their color up as a curtain, and inside the curtains of the bunk beds she made pockets for storage for all of them, and then each one had like a little private cove. And God took her home. When they finally got her, I mean, there's a community tab, which, how good of a YouTuber am I, because I didn't even know the community tab was on our pages. But I think what happens is when we go on now and we put a message to y'all and you receive it, a notification just like you do when we upload a video, it goes into our community tab. But that's how much I keep up with current events. It may have been there forever, I don't know. But I went on our community tab and she was given updates up till just, she died Wednesday maybe, and she was updating like for a week up to that point. And they got in there and they discovered it was her gallbladder, which I've had gallbladder removal and it's horrible pain. But when they got in there, they found cancer in her liver, and it had metastasized to there. It was not even the origin of where it came from. And within just a couple of days, she was gone, guys. 41 years old, 9 children, pregnant with her 10th one. They live in Wyoming. I do not know them. I was not a viewer of her channel, which I'm very sorry that I wasn't, because she is my kind of person. We're different. She had long hair, almost, you know, long, pulled it back, was letting her hair gray, didn't wear any makeup. Well, now she did wear some makeup. She wore eye makeup. 41. I'm a lot older. Just a few years older than Ashley. But my heart has been broken in two. There's almost a part of me that wishes I didn't know about it. And the reason I'm doing this video, I want you to go watch their channel. It's not monetized. And they could have been making some big money because they had a lot of views. You know why they had a lot of views? Because they're real people. They're real. Real. I couldn't live like they do. But that's the reason God makes such special people. But I've had to say this weekend, God, why? Why? It's really hurt me. It's okay to ask why. 9 children left behind that adored their mother. I watched the daddy last night take a couple of the children and go make their first big grocery bill at Walmart, and he didn't know what to do. He runs, evidently, it seems like electronics computer company. She did everything for that home. She made it. She, you know, used herbs. She made their own washing powders. She's got a video of her pantry that I haven't watched yet, but I've seen a picture of it that looks like something that Martha Stewart would do. Why? Why? Why did she have to go home now and leave those 9 children? We won't know the whys till we make it home. And then I don't think it'll matter. The reason I'm coming and actually doing a video about it is not because my heart's broken. I think your heart's going to be broken when you watch. Is I want to support this family. I want to support them with our prayers. Some of you, as I have, may feel led to support them monetarily. They have a GoFundMe, and that's not where the Lord's leading me right now. But they've received something like $57,000 in a GoFundMe, and I figure that it will exceed that. I'm asking the Lord how I can help this family. Can I help them with clothes? She made all their clothes. So that's going to be stopped. Now she does have 2 sisters that live close by, but there's nobody like your mama. Sorry, it's just tore my heart out. I'm a very compassionate person, and I get invested too deeply. My friends have told me through the years, you get invested too deeply in stuff, and I do. That's the reason I said I almost wished I didn't know about it, but isn't that being selfish of me? Because I have prayed for them, and I will continue to pray for them. And they're not going to leave my heart and my mind anytime soon. They're just not. They're just not. They're going to be a part of me. And I feel like subscribers are going to uphold them. And God is going to take care of them. I know that. You're talking about a huge void in a family's life. There's going to be a huge void. But I don't understand it, nor does he have to explain it to me. I just know probably when they opened her up and it was already in her body. You know, I've heard so many times that when people have been open, they have not said this, but for her to die so quickly, that sometimes when air hits a cancer that's already metastasized, because I mean, they tried to get her home to be with her children. They couldn't even get her home from the hospital. And they took her to a hospice house. And the children got to be with her. Now, the final goodbye is it's all hard. And the husband, he's probably going to get ridiculed because he has said some things that were like, but y'all, he's just talking out of his head right now. He's not thinking even. He said some things that you could almost take as insensitive, which I know he's not an insensitive person. It's because he's like, what in this world am I going to do? He's just thinking, his mind is racing. It's just going to be, they need our prayers. Andrea Mills is the name of the channel. He said he probably would change it later on. But I want you, if you feel like you can handle it, you may not can, but if you want to be a prayer partner for this family, I want you to watch it. I'm going to list some of their videos below. Ask God how you can help. It may simply be your prayers. You may take on a burden for this family and you become a prayer warrior for them because they need it. You may have a huge monetary amount that you don't know what to do with, and you want to give it to them. I know that I'm going to help monetarily. And I'm not saying that to brag, in no way. I'm just saying that because that's what the Lord has put up on my heart. I just don't know how. It may be closer to Christmas when I help with that. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that the Mills family is in my heart right now. And I can't get it out. Oh. And with John being sick, we stayed in all weekend, and I've had a lot of time to watch it, and I finally just had to say, quit watching it, Suzanne. But I admire Andrea Mills. I admire the life that she produced for her family. And she's home, and see, the thing about it, she's home with her Savior now. She cannot, and he will not let her think about what she left behind, or it won't be heaven. We don't understand it. These little simple minds of ours, we can't comprehend it. We can't comprehend it. So I want to be a prayer warrior for the Mills family. And I know so many of you are prayer warriors. And that's the reason I'm doing this. If you don't feel like you can handle the emotional part of it, don't go watch it. But if you feel like, hey, I want to be a prayer warrior for this family, because prayer has made such a difference in Mama Peggy. It's just unreal. Just keep the cards coming. It doesn't matter if you've not sent yours yet. Just keep them coming, because you saw how delighted she was. This Wednesday will be 5 weeks in, and she has some days that she feels good. She has some days that she doesn't feel so good. But every day that we have with her is a blessing, and is an honor, and is a treasure. I never had that when I lost my dad. I had him 1 hour and he was gone the next hour. So there is really a preciousness to this whole thing. So thank you so much for your prayers. She is so moved, and if you watched the video of her opening the cards, you saw how moved she was at the end. She's a woman of few words. She's not like her daughter-in-law at all. But I just wanted to come on here and share this. I'm fixing to do some teaching lessons, so y'all gonna see me probably this. I might even change shirts. But I'm going to be sitting here doing some teaching lessons on this Monday afternoon. I love you guys. You are some tremendous prayer partners. I may never meet, probably will never meet 95% of y'all or more till we get to heaven. But oh, what a reunion day that's going to be. Well, we've been up there about 1,000 years. I'm going to say, Jesus, will you call a meeting for all of my YouTube people and let us meet? And let us get together. And when I see Judy from California, when I see Jody that's been sick but always encourages, I'm gonna get in trouble now naming names. When I get to see a white girl who's just my buddy, who's like, I guess, a younger sister to me. When I get to see Robin, that's my heavenly. She's asked the Lord to build her mansion next to mine, and we're gonna have huge creeks in the front and the back. And I knew I was gonna get in trouble naming names here, but Judy comes to my mind because she has battled cancer for so long in California. And when I get to see all of y'all and love on you and hug on you, we're gonna say, wasn't it worth it? Wasn't it worth it? It was worth it all. I love you guys so much. And I'll be coming back real soon with a teaching lesson. Bye.